What's up, guys? This is Anthony from Hawkeye Rides. I'm here today at Infiniti, bringing you the brand new 2021 Infiniti QX80. MSRP on this one's going to start around $69,050. This one we got today is around $71,845. We're going to go over all the changes and updates from 2020 model to the 2021, starting now. The front fascia of this QX80 I think looks really nice and meaty. You got your daylight running and headlamps LED. The fog lamp aesthetic area, I like how it kind of looks more like glass instead of just a little fog lamp like they do in most of the larger luxury SUVs. I also like that matted grille with the chrome accents around it. You also got the chrome through the bottom of the bumper, which gives that luxury look. You still got that athletic look and that muscular look as you look through the hood and you see those aerodynamic lines. This vehicle is sitting at a 9.2 ground clearance. Length of this vehicle is at 210.2 inches with a wheelbase at 121.1 inches. I like how they've put the chrome aesthetics through the side, and also they've matted it with some black polish. So this isn't chrome, so it actually makes it look as if it's a little bit smaller than the vehicle is, because it is a bit of a longer vehicle and it sits up a little bit higher. However, because of the way the design is, it just really structures it really nice. You also have that side vent for that 5.6 liter V8 engine as we take it to the rear. The tow package here to give a nice look, 8,500 pounds of towing, chrome aesthetics through the center, and they blacked out this whole back window, making it round so it gives it more of a smaller, sleek look in the back of this QX80. Cargo space is around 16.6 inches and up to 95.1 of storage space. You do have the one touch to open. It does take a little bit longer in this luxury line to open. Now your height of the vehicle is at 75.8 inches. Hasn't changed much since 2011 when this was called the QX56. The main things that they've done is they went from the Nissan Titan platform to the Nissan Patrol, which they don't offer in the United States. Basically carried on from 2020 to 2021. The major difference from the 19 to the 20 was getting that Apple CarPlay Android Auto, which we'll show you in the interior. And then the other big difference was getting those two infotainment screens in which you got the 8-inch upper, the 7-inch lower. Both of them are HD. Still carries that same 5.6 liter, 400 horsepower with 413 foot-pounds of torque as we go underneath the hood to check the engine specs. This vehicle is going to be getting you 14 to 20 miles per gallon with a combined of 16 miles per gallon. Your width is at 79.9 inches, a 0 to 60 at 5.9. We'll have your double wishbone front and rear suspension with coil springs. This vehicle can be crafted in the interior with a 7-seat or 8-seat. All right, guys, it's time to go into the interior and go over the specs. The interior of this QX80 is at 39.9 inches of headspace, 39.6 inches of leg space for your front seats. These are bucket seats, heated seats, perforated seats, also getting 8-way power adjustable with lumbar support for the driver, memory seat functionality as well. For the passenger, it's going to be a 4-way power adjustable. We'll have the wood look throughout and also on that multi-function steering wheel. 2 infotainment screens. The upper is going to be 8 inches, the lower is 7 inches. Both are going to be touch derived. Have your navigation, Apple CarPlay Android Auto, which was a new functionality in 2020. 13 speaker Bose stereo system. Plenty of storage and cup holders in the center. You can pretty much put anything you need. 2 USBs and auxiliary. You have more storage inside here, and what I like about the QX80, you could actually open this up from the back, so if you need to get anything from the front, you can just put it here and they can get it out easy instead of reaching out into the back seat. In the second row of this QX80, 40 inches of headspace, 41 inches of leg space, which is more than the first row. Captain seats, bucket seats more or less. You can also push that button like we were saying to get into the center console in the front. Rear console here, 2 cup holders, 1 in each door panel, and some more storage here, 2 USB ports and an auxiliary, third climate control setting, and your AC vents are going to be in the ceiling for this QX80. In the third row, you're getting 36.8 inches of headspace, 28.8 inches of leg space. So my legs are going to be hitting the second row. However, these are power adjustable seats, so you can recline it back, and this will put you back maybe 2 to 4 inches, which will give you enough room to fit 3 adults comfortably. Cargo space is going to be less whenever you're reclined back. So if you do have to have cargo, you'll have to sit up in a higher position, and someone tall would have to definitely sit in the center for the third row. Now we're taking this QX80 out for our test run. It's pretty much a carryover from 2020, opposed to that rear view camera that they have implemented in the 2021 model, which a lot of the auto industry is actually doing. You're still getting that really ever fast 0 to 60 at 5.9 seconds. We're gonna kind of stop here in the middle of the road so you can actually see no one's behind us, giving it some gas, and you can see everything just goes very seamless. The vehicle is very smooth, getting up to that speed, double wishbone front suspension and rear suspension, so the car just glides. You don't really feel any speed bumps, you don't feel any bumps on the road, super quiet interior. Now the front of the vehicle will have dual pane windows, whereas the back will not, it'll just be tempered glass. And even on other reviews from the 19s to the 20s that we've done, all of them have been super quiet. You set up a little bit higher, which gives you that truck-like feel. So you kind of feel like you're going off-roading, but you can see that luxury look through the front of the cabin. The dash, I think they've done a pretty decent job with the redesign, putting the 2 infotainment screens. I'm not really keen to 2 infotainment screens because, you know, I've shown you guys glitches can happen. There isn't really any blind spots because you got the camera now also in the rear view mirror. It really does change the whole perspective of this vehicle. The driving dynamics has been the same with that 7-speed automatic transmission, which I really do like that. And I also like the torque in the vehicle is just immense. It just has enough luxury to it, but it also kicks you back. 413 pound-feet of torque, which we're going to show you what that does. Stop in the middle of the road. Now we're going to give it some gas, and literally you just kind of go back and you relax. So these seats are very plush and comfortable. The actual foam in them kind of stands out a bit more. With the lumbar support, it does push your back out a bit for the driver's seat. You can kind of push it back a little bit more, fit kind of flush in the seat. Just a really nice exhaust note, get you up to speed. It's not necessarily the fastest SUV out there, but being nearly 3 tons, I think this vehicle is more than capable of doing what it needs to do. Handling in the vehicle is good. If you're going over bumps, it does kind of absorb it really good. It's not a really harsh bump. And if you're driving, you know, and you hit some potholes, you may not even feel it because of the way the suspension is on this vehicle. Now we're going to take this back to the dealership, go over that infotainment screen and that 360-degree reverse camera. The top is an 8-inch. This is your navigation, also can be your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and your stereo system, which if you turn it on, you'll see it down through here in the area there. For your climate control settings or anything of that nature, that could be set right up there as well. Gauge cluster, which is analog, you'll still get your turn-by-turn navigation in your center screen there. A few other settings and options that you can kind of scroll through. 360-degree reverse camera. The lines do move, and the screen is actually pretty good because if you look, the sun is actually hitting, and it kind of pivots pretty good here, so it makes it easy to view. It's 2021 Infiniti QX80 for our car review. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Hawkeye community. If not, click the subscribe button, check out the details and merchandise and everything we do here at Hawkeye Rides.